Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Monday, May 11th, 2026. Let's take a look at the charts. Start with the big picture as always. So it was 5 weeks ago last Friday that we tested a targeted support at 347.63. And following the testing of that one-year channel bottom, we'd mentioned how within 2 to 3 months we are anticipating upward rotation back to its sister formation at 442.26. We will probably see this level this week. 442.26 can contain buying through the rest of May, even through June. From here, we could fall back to the more meaningful 347.63, where we could then bottom out through the third quarter and continue higher. We could trade inside of this zone for the next, few months. This was actually confirmed as a short-term target for 442.26 following the settlement last week above 387.07. I think we closed above this structure on Tuesday, if I recall. And I'd mentioned how you can act on an intra-week buy signal as long as you obviously employ proper risk management because clarity emerges with these signals on the weekly settlement above 387.07. So here we are. 442.26 is likely this week. I'm showing 387.07 because it's a solid pullback support level. I don't expect that this week. I'll get to that in a moment. But it is nonetheless an area to buy into if tested. 442.26 actually is in correlation this week anyway with a rising channel top over the last 5 weeks activity at 444.99. And, it also on the daily chart, this whole area comes in at 442.26, the same exact formation on the daily chart. But we're adding 444.99 if you look upper right here because of the weekly resistance that is there on that chart. This area, 442.26 to 444.99, once again, able to contain buying through the rest of May, even through June, and from here we can ease back. We can rotate south to 347.63 within a month or two of testing the low 440s. If we do, and at this point in time, I want to go with 444.99 as our upward pivot point through the third quarter. If we settle Friday above 444.99, then we have, what I would consider to be just the sort of pull away factor to the upside. Yes, we've got 498.83, that December 25 high, as a retest. That could be within 3 to 5 weeks, no more than, say, 2 months. And I think within 2 to 3 months, 3 to 5 months at the very most, 541.30 would be expected if we were to close this week above 444.99. So if you're looking for an opportunity to buy Tesla, there are two, and I'm talking longer term. I'm talking the near-term investor, 2 to 3 months out roughly. It is a settlement this week above 444.99. Then you have this sort of unimpeded rally, if you will, within 3 to 5 months to 541.30. Or you could buy 387.07 over the next few weeks, potentially, if we were to test it, and all day long as we continue through the rest of the year, 347.63 stands out. So, I would say if you're looking to buy Tesla, you don't want to buy it in the low 440s this week or before we happen to push through it. Yes, if we close above the 444.99 level, that is a buy signal on strength. But until then, you've got to let the market breathe and allow it to fall back to 387.07 perhaps over the next few weeks, perhaps all the way back to 347.63 over the next couple of months. This descending channel top will, over the next 3 to 5 weeks, converge anyway with this rising channel bottom at 347.63. That kind of covers the upside or the big picture. Let's kind of break this down here. You've got 442.26 today, all day long, combined with 444.99, if tested, can contain daily, weekly, and even monthly highs. So this is a solid zone for day traders, 3 to 5 day swing traders back to 418.04, that 50% retracement level from the D's high against the more recent April low. And 2 to 3 week swing traders can sell this, anticipating 387.07. Once again, that longer term or that 6-month channel top.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity.
Start your 2-week free trial and trade with clarity from day one.
That we're talking about earlier. And that is kind of the downside in terms of the broad sweeping picture. 418.04, I like, if you're going to play the short side on weakness this week, well, let's put it this way. You can play the short side today and through the rest of the week, of course, at 442.26. Or you could play the short side on weakness, and that would come into play with a settlement today below 415.83. Now, 418.04 is still a valid level, but 415.83 closes the gap between Thursday's high and Friday's low, and it is a very clear sell signal into later week. If we were to close below 415.83, I think we have a good high for the week, and we could see a real sort of aggressive sell-off. Probably would see an aggressive sell-off. I don't know by Friday's close, although that is certainly possible. But over the next week or two, if we close below 415.83, I am expecting this rising channel support, a band of channel support that is presently 369.40 to 378.40, rises in time and will converge over the next full week with 387.07. Once again, 387.07 is that descending channel top that actually contained buying pressures for 3 weeks in a row until last week when we closed above it midweek and continued to move higher as we move through the rest of the week. This is a solid area to buy into on weakness, especially as it correlates over the next full week or two with this rising channel support, 369.40 to 378.40. So let me break this down one more time. If we close below 415.83, 3 to 5 day swing traders are short, down to 387.07. Where bottom picking can occur, you can reverse and go long at 387.07, especially over the next full week as this channel support correlates with it. We'll be obviously apprising you of these levels on a day-to-day basis. Until then, you are long 3 to 5 day swing traders, as we'd mentioned last week with a settlement above 418.04. We'd mentioned how you can anticipate then this 442.26 area. 442.26 is kind of a coincidence because it is this rising channel top on the daily chart over the last 4 or 5 weeks that correlates perfectly today, Monday, with the former channel bottom at 442.26. But we've got 444.99. So the low 440s is your zone to take profits, 3 to 5 day swing traders, and consider reversing and playing the short side. This is also an area to take profits for you 2 to 3 month, in near-term investors who may have bottom picked 347.63 about 5 weeks ago. Bravo if that is you and you've held this all the way up to our objective in the low 440s. We've yet to meet the objective, of course, but I think there's a very good chance we will do so this week. One more thing is basically a repeat. Once again, if we close above 444.99 on Friday, it is go long, stay long, really under all time frames. And within 3 to 5 months, I would expect 541.30. This is a 6-year channel top we've yet to actually test, but I think we would see it by the end of the third quarter if we were to close this week above 444.99. Until then, if you are a 1 to 2 month swing trader or nearer term, this is a solid zone to exit long positions and consider playing the short side back into those areas I've already mentioned several times in this video. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of our 2-week free trial. We put out 2 stock picks last week. We'll do 2 more this week. You can get your daily NVIDIA report, daily SPY, daily Triple Q report by going to wickedstocks.com and taking advantage of our 2-week free trial. I'm going to leave it at that for Monday's Tesla report, and you have a great day.